Okay, we're back again for story time with Purrfect Date. Okay, this is us. Chapter 1, 1 research, 2 recon. Not romance to cat. We've completed 5.6 of the antidote, and we've seen 3.5% of the game in 2 episodes. Oh, 18 endings. An hour to do 3.5%. Seems there's a lot of game underneath the writing. On the plus side, if we did do another season, we'd get to miss the first episode because we've already done it. Let's continue. Okay, so do we have any more recon? We do not. What do I need to unlock recon? We need a gift from Trixie, gift from Snooty Booty, gift from Floofy Boot, Kibbles, McMurphy. Recon 3, Chapter 2. Recon 8, Chapter 3. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 4, Chapter 5, Chapter 1. Recon 5. So there's... Unless we can get a gift, we can't do it. But it looks like, if I understand this correctly, we need to hit 3 recon, 3 research, and 5 romance attempts. Let's research, because we've got 3 researches. Research 17, 15, 5, 10. Wait, when was 5? No, after chapter 5. Chapter 4, 13, chapter 3, research 6, 7, research 3, research 4, chapter 1, research 1, chapter 3. Okay. So we've got roundups from Rowdy Kitties and field trip. Let's do a field trip. Do the field trip. Let's go. Okay. Professor Pauper told me to be ready early and dressed for hiking, as we're doing field work this morning. I'm not sure they have anything that would pass for hiking gear, to be honest. Some sturdy shoes would be good. Oh well. Lab coat and trainers it is then, as usual. A message from the professor lights up my catalogue. Set to go? I'm waiting outside my tent. Ah, Barry! Are you ready for fieldwork today? Yes, of course, Professor. May I ask where we are going? Somewhere I think you'll find very interesting. The Professor hands me a backpack. Here, take this bag. It's very full, but surprisingly light. Pauper has set off at a brisk pace, calling back to me over his shoulder. This way! I run to catch him up. After some serious walking, with me struggling to keep up, the Professor stops abruptly and listens. Did you hear that? There's a distant sound of bubbling water. You know, I can hear it. We're almost there. Secretly, I'm relieved. I don't think I can go much further. Just a little climbing. Climbing? I hide my dismay. Where does he get his energy from? It's just at the top there. It's not as difficult to climb as it looks. We're in front of an almost vertical rock face. Just copy me. He clambers up expertly. I manage to find a spot that will support my foot and start the climb. I make little progress before slipping and falling flat on my bum. Try again. This time I take it slow. Again, I fall. What happened to the benefits of catification the others keep going on about? The Professor notices I'm having trouble and holds a hand out for me. I manage to climb up, just enough to take hold of him, and he lifts me up the rest of the way. His strength is impressive. Curious, even. Not a fan of climbing, eh? Can't say I've done much of it, Professor. Come along, then. I can get you there. He pretty much pulls me all the way to the top, and then leads me to the entrance of a small cave. The sound of running water. It's very loud now. Ooh. Instantly, I see why. A natural spring has cut its way through the rock and created a beautiful cascade of sparkling clear water. It looks delicious. I kneel down without thinking and begin to drink. It tastes amazing. As I come up for breath, I see the professor looking at me with suspicion. You should know better. It's never wise under any circumstance to ingest something that is unproven. But here, on the island, it would be prudent to exercise more caution than usual. I feel embarrassed at my lack of consideration. Yes, of course, sir. I wasn't thinking. I felt so thirsty, and it looked so good. I do understand. Many have made the same error. Fortunately for you, this is tried and tested for safe consumption. It's good, don't you think? My body feels suddenly re-energized. I feel like I could climb any wall. It's incredible. I feel fantastic. What's in it? We don't know. That's why we're here. We need more samples. We've been studying this water for months now, and we still know very little about it. Check your bag. I open my bag. It's full to the brim with empty plastic bottles. We need to fill all of these with water. We're going to need as much as we can carry. Barry. I do as he says. By the time all the bottles are full, and back in my bag, it weighs a ton. I feel like I can lift anything. The effect of the water is so powerful. The professor has also packed his own rucksack with bottles. That should do us for now. Let's get these back. As we make our way back down the rock face and back to the camp, I have no problem keeping up with the professor. I feel I could run all the way. However, as we get closer to home, I start to feel the effect wear off. My bag becomes unbearably heavy. The final limpet to camp is torture. I need to rest. Ooh, so there's magic water. Is that important? Must be important, otherwise we wouldn't have had a mission for it. Oh! No, I have more to do. Once I complete my research, my time on Cat Island comes to an end. But we can't finish the recon. So is that literally it? If I fill up... No. I need more romance. Oh, come on, Murphy, you... I was gonna say pussy, but that would be a pun, wouldn't it? Snooty it is. Snooty booty? Snoots? I've been searching for the Sphinx for what feels like ages. For a cat that never seems to move, she's surprisingly difficult to find. I am answered, eventually by an unintelligible murmur coming from the shade of a nearby tree. Of course she's sleeping. Snooty booty! I poke at her gently to try and rouse her. I have something for you. A gift, as it happens. Oh, human, it's you. Whatever are you doing up and about at this time? It's midday, Boots. Snooty stares at me uncomprehendingly. I have an hour for lunch, and I came to spend it with you. But if it's not a convenient time, I could always find something else to do. Wait. You mentioned a gift? Oh yes, I suppose. I had the idea when we were drinking. Well, when you were drinking from the coconut. I fetched you the other day. I took some of the remaining coconuts over to the lab and cooked up some coconut oil. Snooty Booty opens her mouth wide. I sit awkwardly staring at her, unsure what exactly she's doing. Well, I'm ready to break my fast, human. It's hard sometimes to know whether to laugh or spit with this spoiled feline. No, Boots, this isn't for eating. You mentioned how good drinking coconut water is for you. So I thought you might like some coconut oil to rub into your skin, keep you moisturized and youthful. Aren't you terribly clever? Can't help but blush. Snooty Booty rarely compliments anyone, so I feel honored. You may begin. Snooty Booty lolls onto her back, exposing her plump pink tummy to me. Oh! You want me to rub it in for you? Snooty Booty simply smiles in response. Well, a please wouldn't go amiss. Yes, well, I didn't want to make a fuss, but I would prefer it if you asked first. I sigh. There's not much point in arguing Princess Snooty Booty. I don't think she actually means to be rude. Sometimes she just doesn't seem to understand how to talk to people as equals. I don't have the energy to deal with it today, but I make a note that at some point she and I are going to have a little chat about etiquette. Please, may I rub this coconut oil into your skin? Yes, you may. I pour some of the pungent liquid into the palm of my hand and rub it together with the other. I have no idea what I'm doing, as I've never massaged anyone before, but I work along the lines of putting sun cream on a friend. As I touch the warm loose skin of Snooty's primordial pouch, I'm struck... Oof. Yeah. Yep, I'm done. I'm struck by how delicate she really is, and I try to be as gentle as possible. Is that okay? You're very skillful with your hands, human. Okay. I do wish I had those thumb things. They seem so useful. They're quite handy, to be honest. But paws are cool too. Snooty Booty lazily inspects one of her paws. Do my paws next, will you? Snooty's skin is reacting well to the treatment, and has become shiny and pliant. I see the good it's doing. I move on to massage her paws, but I'm quite taken aback by the length of her claws. Oh my boots, your claws are really quite long. Don't you use a scratch post or anything? Oh, what? You know, something abrasive to file them on. Whatever for? Well, it's part of being a cat, really. Stops them catching on things. Snooty Booty is peering at me with one judgmental eye open. Caught on what exactly? I don't know, Snoots. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. Oh no, do go on. I'm intrigued. You seem to be implying that there is a degree of neglect in my grooming. No, I most certainly am not. You're by far the most highly groomed cat I've ever seen. In fact, you are the perfect example of a sphinx. I'm a what? Sphinx? She's trying to get me to say perfect again. It's hard to keep my face straight. Absolutely perfect, Snoots. Are you an expert? Well, I wouldn't call myself that, but I have been reading up on sphinx cats, and you have all of the characteristics of a pedigree. It's very sweet of you to say. Remind me, what would those be? Oh, God. I hesitate for a moment, trying to remember what paws were thought listed as the top features to look for in a sphinx. It was rather a lot of info, and I want to give it the best bits. Truthful. Well, let's see. Sphinx cats are well known for their strong, muscular physiques. Snooty Booty stares silently. He's obviously engrossed, so I continue. Which is counterbalanced by their little pot bellies. She shifts a little, stretching out her torso. And you're of the opinion that I fit this description? Perfectly. I noticed how cute your pot was when I was massaging oil into it. The texture too. Oh God. I recite the sentence word for word. Although saggy in appearance, the texture of the Sphinx is surprisingly firm and rubbery to the touch, not unlike a hot water bottle. She blinks slowly. I imagine this is interesting for her. Also, because they don't have fur to soak up excess oils, they have a tendency to be greasy and need to be periodically patted down with a cloth. Smooth. The manual also goes into great detail about the very unique personality of the Sphinx. And I'm sure you remember every word of that too. Absolutely! They're incredibly antisocial with other domesticated animals, yet extremely affectionate, even needy with humans, demanding attention at all times. Oh, that's just ridiculous. Yeah, I know. The affectionate part was a bit wide of the mark, but otherwise it's spot on. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I said they grow patches of downy fur in the colder months. Is that true? You may stop now. Okay. Her mood seems to have worsened. You okay, Snoots? Actually, I'm rather concerned for my overgrown claws. Huh? Well, there's little I can do about being pot-bellied hot water bottle. I can at least keep my claws neat. I've obviously hurt her feelings. Maybe the descriptions weren't that flattering now I think about it. Maybe I could help with that. Go on. How about I give you a manicure? Well, can't hurt, I suppose. Tomorrow, then. I'll be here in my lunch break. You know, Snoots, you're the most beautiful, aristocratic cat on the island. Well, the competition is hardly what one would call worthy. Oh, I don't know. The elders can be quite fetching in the right light. In spite of all of her efforts to hide it, I catch a glimmer of a smile before she curls up to sleep. Okay, it was touch and go in places there. If it carries on in that direction, this series may end a little sooner than expected. Rest. You had a lovely nap and wake up feeling revitalized. Your energy has been restored. Magic. Okay. More romance. Snooty booty. Oh, funny music. Hey Snoots, fancy seeing you here. Really? But this is my spot, human. I'm often to be found here. I let it go because I'm excited about what I've brought. Pick a hand. I hold my fist out in front of Snooty Booty. Oh, a game. How merry. She stretches out her paw in the direction of my left hand. Ta-da! I open it to reveal a piece of coarse stone that I cut up in the lab. Oh, what a lovely rock you have there. It's coarse stone. I thought it could work well as a nail file. What a clever thing you are. That's not even the best bit, look. I open the other fist to reveal my fantastic find. Oh my, what is that thing? It's nail polish. I found it in the lab. I have no idea who it could belong to, and honestly I don't like to think too much about it. I figured I could borrow it for one short hour without anybody missing it. So are we going to tart this cat up? And it looks like just your colour. I squint at the bottom of the bottle. It's called Desire. I raise my eyebrows at the Sphinx. It's called Desire. Oh, nail polish, you say? Show me, human. She suddenly seems more interested. I thought I could try giving you a saloon-style manicure, befitting a lady. Most sweet of you. Now shall we sort the snacks and drinks first? Well, I came straight from work, so I didn't really... Oh, never mind. Won't take you more than a moment to fetch a coconut. Then we shall begin. Can't believe I'm actually doing her bidding. You have to hand it to her. That air of entitlement certainly gets her what she wants. I'm back quickly and out of breath within minutes. We settle into our session. Tell me if this feels at all uncomfortable, Snoots. I've never done this before, so guidance would be most helpful. Surprisingly satisfying. I can see why other cats might engage in the process of scratching at trees and rocks. I've always thought they were hunting for termites, like little scavengers. Ha ha ha. Next foot. I finished her hind legs, and I'm on the final front paw. The stone works really well. Did I tell you how I cut it in the lab? I don't believe you did. So how does this nail polish work? Is it like paint? I ignore her rudeness. Exactly. Paint it on and wait for it to dry. I've never painted someone's nails before, but this will be a new experience for both of us. I open the bottle and make the first stroke. Try to keep as still as possible. I think you'll find I'm statuesque in my stillness. Your hand is less so. I know. Sorry, your nails are just so tiny. I'm trying to colour within the lines. What lines? Never mind. It's a human thing, I guess. I'm not sure I care for the smell of this nail polish. Really? I quite like it. Reminds me of pear drops. What? Oh, sorry, another human thing. Wow, look though. Your paws look fantastic. Oh, ooh. The long, sleek talons are glinting shiny red in the sunlight. Oh my, I'm spectacular. She extends her claws momentarily and presses them into my arm. Not enough to puncture the skin. If I tried to move, it would hurt. For the first time, I appreciated what lethal weapons they could be. I must keep that in mind. So, come on in. I take out my catalogue. Come on, what? Pose for the camera. Oh goodness, I hadn't realised this was going to be a photographic session also. How exciting. Yes, well I'm going to have to remove that varnish before I go, so I thought it would be nice for you to have a photo. Remove it? The Sphinx cat looks appalled. Whatever for? Oh snooze, I'm sorry, didn't I say? Can't leave it on you permanently, it would impede the natural retraction of your claws. And I shall leave them extended. You can't do that. Her expression darkens. I beg your pardon. I thought for a moment I heard you tell me what I can't do. Surely I was mistaken. Just be a little nicer this time. No snooze, you heard me perfectly well. I must insist that you allow me to remove it. Insist? Her forehead wrinkles with her raised eyebrow. I need to tread carefully here. Ask your permission. Please may I remove the varnish now? But it simply does not make sense. Why did you do it in the first place? I know how much you enjoy things like this. Pampering. I thought it would be a fun thing for us to share. You had fun, didn't you? Well, yes. But I certainly wouldn't have, had I known you were simply doing it to taunt me. I wasn't doing it to taunt you, Boots. She seems genuinely upset. I'm sorry. This is awkward little standoff. Her eyeing the rubbing alcohol. Me eyeing her claws. I rack my brain to think of a way to compromise with her. Perhaps if I tried appealing to her sense of style. I wonder if you would like to try something. I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place, actually. I'm so forgetful sometimes. You're wittering. Well, just before I came to the island, there was a craze sweeping the fashion world. I can tell I've caught her attention. I read all about it in Bon Vivant magazine. Go on. It's a French thing, apparently. Snooty Booty cocks her head to the side. It's called, the Pinky Flick. Pass. She's going for it. I feel encouraged. I'm thinking on my feet. All the celebrities are doing it. Doing what? Having their pinky nail painted while the other nails are left unnatural. Just one nail? She looks intrigued. Yes, it really does look so striking and a la mode. Show me. Bullseye. I go to take Snooty's paw in mine, but she snatches it away. No. Show me. I pause, uncertain of what she means. Then the penny drops. She wants me to paint my own pinky nail with desire. Ah, gladly. I suppose I should have expected Snooty Booty to attempt to groom me at some point. Here goes. I swipe some of the bright red polish on my left pinky. What do you think? Looks a la mode, right? I hold my pinky to the corner of my mouth coyly. Well, I suppose it does look rather fetching. I'll make a deal with you, human. I will wear my nails a la mode, if you promise to keep yours painted for the rest of your stay here. It's a deal. I doubt that such a tiny amount of varnish will cause it too much harm. It'll come off naturally quite soon anyway. Mine, on the other hand, is going to be more permanent. I can't wait to explain this to Professor Pawpaw. Okay. More romance. More Snooty Booty. beer, dear, would you? Snooty Booty is in the habit now of holding out a limp, manicured paw for me to massage. I resignedly oblige. Oh, do you know, that reminds me, I have something for you. Something? For me? Oh, look at you with your mouth agape. Do close it. You'll embarrass us both. I'm sorry, I just didn't expect you'd ever think of me when I'm not with you. Ha! You two make me laugh, human. Oh my. Are you serious? Well, I have you know I think of you a great deal. You are my most faithful subject. Don't you know? Now, if you want your gift, carry me further down the beach and I'll show you where I hid it. Cradling the hairless cat like a baby, I stroll barefoot along the beach. Snooty Booty directs me with a wave of her paw every now and then. After a while, she loudly commands that I stop and put her down. Here! Snooty, along with her regular level of enthusiasm, pointing a perfectly filed claw at a mound of sand. I buried it. I suppose you want me to dig it up then, eh, Boots? Ha! You always know what to say to make me laugh, human. It's quite a talent, I tell you. With a sigh, I start digging. Thankfully, she didn't bury very deep, and after a few seconds, I find a small object wrapped in a silk scarf. We wouldn't want sand getting into it, would we, dear? Snooty Booty says with a small smile. I carefully open the flimsy silk bundle and turn the contents over in my hands. It's a little black tub with a plain label stuck to it that reads Skin Cream PiO3. It's nearly old backwards. Do you love it? What is it? Oh dear, can you not read? Yes, it says skin cream, but I don't know exactly what that entails. Oh, you see, one massages a skin cream into one's skin. Yes, I understand that, Boots. But whose is this? Where did you find it? Well, it's yours now, human. I roll my eyes and further inspect the tub. It's very small and plain, with no cosmetic logo or name to be found. Pop open the plastic lid and sure enough, it's full to the brim with goop. Scoop some out with my index finger and smell it. It smells disgusting. Like bin juice or something. Boots, I can't put this on my skin. I'll attract all sorts of bugs and wildlife. Oh, come now. We must suffer for our beauty, mustn't we? What is this stuff, Booty? Where did you get it from? All I ask is that you try some on your skin and tell me you don't see instant results. Oh, Snooty, have you been using this stuff? Oh, of course. Without knowing where it's come from. But I know exactly where it's come from. Well then, will you please let me in on the secret? Oh, calm down, human. Give yourself more wrinkles. Let us take a moment to ponder how my generosity is giving you a thoughtful gift has developed into you interrogating me in such a brutish manner. Take a deep breath. Snooty Booty, I do apologize, and thank you sincerely. Of course, I am touched by your generosity and consideration. However, I'm quite concerned for your welfare. Did you take this thing from the lab? Oh no, not at all. Thank goodness. I took it from the stockpile behind the lab, where the fire pits are. You mean the incinerators? Snooty, did you take this from the toxic waste bins? I've no idea what they're called, but they routinely give forth their most incredible produce. Waste is indeed a fitting word. I think you'll find toxic is the objective word in that title, Snoots. The contents of these bins are meant to be burnt. But why are they burning skin cream? I further scrutinize the tub and conclude that it really is some kind of beauty product. This makes no sense. Actually, Princess, this is a fantastic present. I'm going to take it right now for further examination. Thank you for this. Well, finally, a little gratitude. I'm very grateful. Well, you can report back to me with how splendid you look after a few applications. Oh, I will. One thing though, Snooty, just to be clear, have you been using this? But of course, I wouldn't recommend something without trying it myself first. And no problems? As you can see, human, my skin is as smooth and clear as porcelain. Yes, so why incinerate it? Speak up, human. You're mumbling. Nothing, Snooty. I just need your word that you will not use any more products that you find near the lab again. Okay? Oh, I see your game, human. You want to be the fairest of them all, eh? No, that's not it. Very well, human. I shall go au natural for a while. And you will see how, without even a touch of skin cream, I am still as radiant as a star. Oh, okay, Snooty. Challenge accepted. Indeed. Okay, so that's my gift from Snooty Booty that opens up the other... Yeah, Recon 16. Yes! New unlocks. Can I do that without ending the day? You can. Recon 16. Did we get anything from doing 16? Well. Interesting. Is the last romance... The last romance doesn't matter either. So it's only the research that gets us out of here. Interesting. If you enjoyed this video, then tickle the like button. Perhaps subscribe and check out the rest of the channel. And why not join us on the Facebook, Twitter, Discord and Patreon. Links are in the description and rolling through the credits right now. I've been Landis. This has been Purrfect Date. Thank you very much and see you soon.